Hey y'all, Deborah the Bee back with another video from the back roads. Thanks a lot for being here today. Happy Easter to you. I wanted to go ahead and do a video to wish you happy Easter. I'm thinking I might go and lay out today. I bought some of these camisoles, all earth tones. I wore the black one yesterday. And they're pretty cute. They're $4 a piece. I'm sure, you know, third world child labor probably sewed it up, right? From, I'm not going to say where, but begins with a B. If you have that on the back, go. Anyway, so I thought today I'd talk about the first time that I was told there was no Easter Bunny. I lived in this town. I actually lived just right down the street. The street went over about, let's see, I'm going to say 3 blocks down was where I grew up. I remember that I had a big chopper. My dad got me a purple bike with a big banana seat on it, and it had chopper handlebars. And I remember I would roll up at my girlfriend's houses in the neighborhood because the road just down the way is just enormous. It's very wide. Type of a neighborhood street, just a perfect street to grow up on, honestly, before we moved out in the country. But anyway, when I would roll up with this thing, all of the fathers would have a cow. They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, it's a chopper bike with a banana seat! Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Yeah, my dad did it for me." And then just like, "Your dad's the coolest dad on the whole block." This is what these fathers would say about my dude bike that was purple, not pink, and you know what I mean. It was just a little boy's dream, I guess. But one Easter, we had our family members come to the house, and I remember all the kids slept in my bedroom, and my bedroom was like right off the back door of the house, and so you could like open up the window and see the backyard. And so one day we were all, waking up, and my cousin Shane looks at me and says, "You know there's no Easter Bunny, right, Dad?" I was like, "What? Yes, there is. You're lying. You're always lying. You last time when you punched me, and all these drones and everything. And they used to have the remote control planes back in the day, if any of you remember. Do you remember what those things were? They were like a big, huge, heavy metal box on top of a big, huge metal wings. And the thing would just just barely come off the ground. It would take forever to lift. And then it'd go boom like a regular plane. It was almost as heavy as that. Just imagine having that slammed into the side of your head. I can't remember which side it was, but it was either this side or this side. But he slammed one of those guys right in the side of my head. One time. But that was after. But that day, Shane told me there was no Easter Bunny. He said, "No, they're out there right now, and they're hunting Easter eggs. I already looked." And I was like, "No, they're not." And he was like, "Go look behind that curtain, Deb." So I go look, and they're all out there with the baskets that our baskets with eggs, and they're hiding in. There's like 4 adults out there. I shut that curtain so fast. I was afraid I didn't want anybody to know. And I think for the next couple of years, I pretended like I believed in this Easter Bunny. My cousin Shane told me the truth. So, I heard the chickens today. I have chickens right next door. And I hadn't heard them before, but they were really chicken sound. Like I'm on a farm kind of sound, which is really cool. I smelled dog poo back there. I picked up a whole bunch of sticks and such. I'm going to try to maybe weed and feed, maybe? I don't know. I don't have a very good front or backyard. I got a lot of really pretty little yellow flowers that I would generally, I think I could probably safely eat these, y'all, for detoxification. It doesn't appear that anyone's done any yard work at all for a number of years. And I would like to wait about 2 to 3 years to make sure that they are not full of any kind of pesticides or anything like that. So perhaps we'll harvest a bit of if you do this, by the way, if you decide to do dandelions, first of all, you can take the tops and you can, on top of your salads, it is a unique acquired taste for dandelion yellow tops. But it is your greens, your leaves that you're going to want to juice. And you need to be very careful with them because they're very detoxifying. But if you wanted to do that and you haven't been using pesticide in your, wherever it is at. I'm fairly certain that I got bluebells in the front and backyard as well. They're very sparsely populated. But I have a few, so I'm very, very thankful. I have an awful lot of yard work and pulling up things and, sidewalks and all that to keep me pretty busy all next week. Have several appointments. We have health issues within our family, and I'm trying to help out as I can. Not, to be a burden on just one individual in our family. That's kind of the way that I roll these days. So, as far as who I was before and who I am now, in order to be of service, I'm a far different person. And I look at health and a person's part, what they play in their own part of keeping themselves healthy. I think it's really important for people to take that initiative on their own. And right now, I'm taking that initiative for myself. So my focus is on me, and I'm assisting others in this other situation. But for me, I need to focus on myself and my own health. So myself, my health, and my wealth. That's what I'm talking about. Also, it is Easter Sunday, and I did want to tell you that I will be starting a tarot card channel sometime soon. And I probably will link it to this channel. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing a vloggy kind of a channel like this. Doesn't seem like it's very popular, but just to a couple of you guys. And given the circumstances of, I guess, me looking at YouTube in a way that is more of a marketable type of tool, like a resource, a business resource. That is kind of the way that I'm looking at it. I already tried this social, hey, let's all have a little chat in the comments section, or go to channels and talk to people. That to me is just it was an interesting experience, and but clearly it is not necessarily the road that I wish to continue to travel down. My goal now is, like I said, to take care of myself, my health, and my wealth. And so YouTube will become more of a useful business tool for me. And I'm going to kind of step back at this point and kind of reevaluate the internet itself, because everything's changed over the last year or so, right? Everything's changed. And the use of the internet as a tool has expanded tremendously, has it not? It's not just where you're going to just go to watch a YouTube video or play video games with other people. Now it's actually something where it's much more of a communication avenue. And so I haven't really been working on my hobby of ukulele. So this summer I'm going to try to do that as well. I think that people around here are going to be kind of open to that. On this side of me, is a dude that I graduated with. He graduated in my class. We graduated together. He is a major poker player, y'all. Oh, if he and I can get something going, oh my goodness. Because you could just imagine me because the last time I played in a poker tournament, this is so not Easter, but I played in a poker tournament. I think it was in Oklahoma. It might have been, it was either on the border of Kansas and Oklahoma. I don't remember. We used to have a friend that had muscular dystrophy, and we would go down and visit him every couple of weeks and make sure he was bathed, all his clothes were washed, his sheets were changed, and he got some groceries. And we liked to play poker there. So we took him to a casino. And I remember, I don't want to play in the tournament because I literally, no, it wasn't that. It was at WinStar. That's where it was. I played in this tournament, and was the only one on the table. And I really wasn't acting like a dum-dum, I'm just acting like me. But I remember I went all in, and this man started treating me like it was his daughter or something. And then I won the hand. And then everybody kind of looked at me like, you never played before? I was like, I didn't say I hadn't played before. I told you I don't know that much about this game. I'm not very good at it. And then the one guy goes, you know more than you're saying. You know what I mean? So for me, walking in there and going, hi, everybody. So how many cards did you get? You know, like that. All I know is I've had old men. I used to they were fundraisers for the newspapers and education when I worked at the newspaper. It was a non-profit side of the newspaper. I worked on the sales side, and I always went over and helped on the charity side or the circulation side. But I used to participate in this fundraiser, and it was a benefit poker tournament. And you would go in and pay. You didn't have to pay, but if you could, your donation would be like $50 or $75 for. It was pretty. I mean, they were trying to get money for kids, you know, for schools. And so, anyway, I used to play with that, and I also used to play. In fact, I believe he was the one. I should talk to him, even though everything is going on. I used to go to these bars and play, but it was like I don't know. It was weird, but I enjoyed playing it. And I remember I had a homie from work who's now married to a doctor in Kansas City, and his boyfriend was so good looking, I swear to goodness. But he married a doctor and moved to Kansas City. So, but yeah, he and I went and hung and played poker a lot. We had a lot of fun together. But I remember that old dudes would look at me and go, wow, I didn't know you had that, or I didn't know you're bluffing. Hell, I couldn't tell. You got a poker face from hell, lady. You know, it's like this 75-year-old guy that's been playing since he was like 15. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, all right, thank you, but I'm done now. So that's no big deal. So yeah, he and I gonna make some bank, yo. No one didn't even know what hit him one day. Well, maybe so. Maybe we will. Maybe if everything changes and we can stop wearing masks and not be afraid if somebody coughs our way or breathes a sigh of relief and we're like, oh, yes, oh, the breath, you know. Who knows? Okay, well, here's my video. As neurotic as I could make it today for you so that you can be distracted if you're having a cow because you're like, my brother-in-law won't stop talking. My sister-in-law's food is disgusting. When's that damn game start? If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see future videos, please subscribe. Get out there and spread those little pieces of peace today. Get to Wally World. Isn't Easter Sunday a really good day to go there and get you a nice little shirt, maybe some shorts or something. Don't they have the Easter? You can buy all the Easter stuff marked down tonight. I thought about that. Get me some of them Easter chocolate eggs. Oh, I can't have them. I've avoided them this year. It's very difficult for me. I enjoy a Reese's peanut butter cup every once in a while. Maybe I can make some. You know, organic and cacao or whatever. All right. Thanks a lot. Happy Easter. We'll see you all on down the road.